Hey guys. So as you can see, I'm back from my break, sorta, kinda ish. It's summer, so I have more time to give you shit, but also I have more time to be lazy and job hunt and stuff like that. So I've been more or less kind of slacking off. I know. I'm sorry I haven't been giving you guys quality uh quality YouTube videos in a long time, but I'm back and I'm here to give you guys a Dragon Ball Super analysis slash review. I know I haven't done one of these in a long time. I know I haven't done like a super review in a long time. So rather than, just catch up on the series, so rather than like watch each episode individually and then do episode by episode reviews of them, I just decided to like, catch up on the series as a whole and then just kind of give you my thoughts and feelings on the series as a whole. Um, just to keep things simpler and just so that it'll be less taxing on me as the uploader. But yeah, no. So we're going right to the start, and we'll stop at the we'll stop at around the Universe 6 arc, and I'll also give you guys my thoughts and anticipations for the Future Trunks arc as well. So yeah, but anyway. So when Dragon Ball Super was announced around this time last year, everyone was excited, like, yeah, we got a new Dragon Ball Z series and stuff like that. And when it came out, people were more or less kind of meh about the first few episodes and I was kind of on board with that, kind of not. I kind of liked it, I kind of didn't. The first few episodes of Super were like slice of life episodes. Like I said this in my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 1, but it felt like a filler episode. Um, it really did feel like a filler episode. I'm sorry, it just did, but it didn't feel like the start of a new Dragon Ball series. I mean, compare this to Dragon Ball Z, where Goku catches up with Bulma and Roshi and the others. And then, boom, boom, Raditz shows up. Boom, Goku's an alien. Boom, Raditz kidnaps Gohan. Boom, Goku has to team up with Piccolo, of all people, to get his son back. Boom, Goku dies. Boom, Piccolo. It's just like, it sets up the chain of very, very, it takes, the plot takes a very heavy turn, very heavy-handed turn in directions where I don't think anyone who watched Dragon Ball would have expected it to go here and see even GT had a more interesting first episode than this, plot wise. You had GT and it had Goku turning into a kid, which you can say whatever you want about, what they did with that, but at least they actually did something with the story rather than, have it feel like a filler episode. Um Here, Goten and Trunks getting a present and Vegeta going on a family trip and stuff like that. Not the best intro to a new series, but it's still good. It's still good. It's still good by itself. Not to say that it's bad. It is good. It's just not the best introduction to the series. But then we get into the meat of Super. We get into Battle of Gods arc, Resurrection F arc, stuff like that. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on the Battle of Gods arc here. And I'm sorry if I look away at the screen like this. I have my my review talking points and stuff on a Word document. So yeah, Battle of Gods. It being a retelling is a drawback. The fact that you had to retell two movies for the arc, it is a drawback. But a lot of people, especially I saw a lot of people on Twitter like bitching and moaning, oh, it's a retelling, so it sucks. Like you're not even gonna bother like watching it just because it's a retelling, so like it automatically sucks. No. Okay, like, the fact that we decided to retell Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F rather than provide original content, it is a drawback, agreed. But it doesn't mean you should give up on the story entirely. It doesn't mean you should give up on Super entirely. It doesn't mean you should just throw the whole thing away until they decide to come up with something original. It doesn't mean that you need to just give up on it yet. I saw a lot of people, you make that claim. I'm just here to tell you, if you really do that, just don't do that. Okay, just give it a shot, give it a chance, and I promise you, you're going to find some things that you'll like. I certainly did. Um, the humor was certainly better, especially like Chef Vegeta. You know how in like the Battle of Gods movie, like they had Vegeta do the bingo dance because he was like so scared, like he was so scared of Beerus, and like Beerus scared him so much that he had to like dance and stuff like that, dance to appease him. That was funny, but it was also kind of like awkward, kind of like cheesy and stuff like that. It didn't make me laugh so much as it made me kind of cringe a little. But here, like Chef Vegeta in episode 6, y'all need to rewatch episode 6 because like that was so funny. Like Vegeta like throwing like taking an octopus out of the ocean and then frying it up into octopus balls so that he could feed Beerus and keep him happy. Like that was hilarious. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, if you don't laugh at that, if you can't find it within yourself to laugh at episode 6, like not even once, you don't have a soul. I'm sorry, you don't have a soul in you. Okay, because the humor that they did, especially with Vegeta, was so much better than the movie. Stuff like that. That was I just love little touches like that. Oh, and speaking of Vegeta, the Mai Bulma scene. Remember the Mai Bulma scene where he became stronger than Goku because Beerus slapped Bulma? That was also better in Super. Why? Because in Battle of the Gods in the movie, Beerus just slaps Bulma. She just faints for a little while, gets up a few seconds later, and is okay. And somehow this sparks Vegeta's rage to a point where he becomes stronger than Goku and manages to take on a freaking god that even Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 form couldn't even touch. I'm sorry, but the build up to that scene was just such bullshit. They really didn't do that scene justice at all in the movie. But here, there's actually much more drama, there's much more build up, and there's much more tension. Beerus slaps Bulma, there's a slow motion, there's a close up of Bulma's face as she gets, as she comes like flying, she freaking like flies toward the no, not flies, but her body gets like thrown all the way across the ship when Beerus slaps her, and goes in her trunks, and everyone else are all concerned about her. And for a minute, I even thought that she died. I thought that maybe Beerus may even kill her. It's like I think even Vegeta might have thought that too, but. It's a lot of it was really interesting the way they did that, and it makes sense that even though it was just him slapping her, it makes sense that Beerus would damage her like that, because if he could just completely destroy, completely subdue Super Saiyan 3 Goku with a simple flick to the forehead, like imagine what like a slap could do to an everyday normal human being. So, it's interesting to see what they did with that scene. Vegeta's power-up made a lot more sense in that, because Bulma clearly took some pretty hefty damage from that. And, that scene, although it was still kind of BS, I still kind of questioned it. I kind of questioned Vegeta becoming stronger than Goku. However, I did like what they did with that scene. I think they did it really much better in the film. The fights were better. And, I mean specifically Goku versus Beerus. I really liked that fight. I really like what they did with that fight. Because in Battle of Gods, remember when Goku, remember that scene where the song Hero by Flo plays? And Goku's like, I will not let you destroy my world! And then he charges up to Super Saiyan, and he fights him and Beerus fight in the sky and stuff like that. I couldn't enjoy that scene at all, because, like, they're like, okay, so like, their bodies moving like this, they were punching and kicking and yeah, but it was moving so fast that I couldn't even tell what the hell they were doing. I couldn't even tell what the hell Goku and Beerus were like I couldn't see their limbs moving or anything like that. It's just they were just flying all crazy all over the place. I couldn't enjoy the fight. It was just so rushed. It was just unbelievable. But here I can actually see what the hell they were doing. I can actually see them fight. I can see them exchange blows. I can see them, punch kick and stuff like that. And at one point their punches become so powerful that it causes the whole universe to like shake or something like that, but it causes like some sort of universal impact, and stuff like that is really cool. And especially one major improvement from a film they did is the end of episode 11, where Beerus lands a blow to Goku's stomach, like he punches Goku's stomach or something like that, and the force of it is so much that his face turns pale and stuff like that, and he falls to the earth and into the sea. And for a moment, it looks like he's dead, but then he finds the will to fight again. And I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now.
強えなビルス様。なんだよ、俺は知らなかった。あんなに強いやつがいるなんて。強くて なんだかオラ、なんだかなんだかなんだかオラ、なんかオラすっげえワクワクしてきたぞ。何今の。続けようゼビルス様。スーパーサイヤ人ゴッドのパワーはまだオラを上に連れてってくれるみてえだからよ。
いい顔だ。ここまで登ってきた君の底力に敬意を表して見せてやろう、僕の力を。
So scenes like that and touches like that, they're really important. They're, in my opinion, a much bigger improvement to the film and make the series all the more enjoyable. You know, because what would a new addition to the series be without, you know, some really good, really just awesome moments like that, you know? And, what else is there? Oh, the Super Saiyan God transformation. The Super Saiyan God transformation, oh my god, that was so much better than in here. Like, you know, the music they used, like, I think they used, like, a choir or something like that. The choir, that was awesome. The way the weather just spontaneously changed as Goku was transforming from rain and snow and sun and stuff like that. That was really cool. It felt like a legitimately godly transformation, you know? And though it was good in the movie too, it was really great in the movie, but here it just felt like you were seeing the birth of a new god, you know? It's like, it's just, you know, it's just like that. This is, you look at this and you think, wow, this is what the birth of a god should feel like. Music was awesome, animation was awesome, everything was awesome. That scene was just perfection. One thing I liked also with Trunks and My Romance, apparently they decided to do away with that until, I guess, the future Trunks arc. I can't remember off the top of my head, at least. I can't remember any scenes where Trunks and Mai were interacting with each other, and that's good because I found that Trunks Mai romance kind of creepy, considering Mai was like 40 years older than him or something. Not 40 years, but you know, Mai was in her 40s and Trunks was like 10 or something like that. Like, he just didn't feel like, even though she's in a kid's body, it feels kind of weird, like having them be a couple and stuff like that. But, you know, depending on how they handle it in the future Trunks arc, you know, I might be able to give him a pass for that, though. Oh, Beerus, one drawback with this saga, though, one change I didn't like, Beerus seemed a lot more distant, a lot more sinister than he did in the movie. Beerus was much more, whereas in the movie, it was like, he was kind of like the angel of death, in that he wasn't evil, he wasn't a bad guy. He was actually really friendly if you got to know him. You know, he made friends with the Z Fighters. He did a breakdancing. Remember that scene where he like breakdanced for them and stuff like that? That was really funny. And, you know, even though he could be temperamental, even though he could be, you know, destructive, as a god of destruction should be, you could tell that it was just his job, and that he never really had any ill intent in the movie. But here, he seems more, I can't really describe it, he's more subdued, more like, he feels like that one, he feels like, well, like during the party, during Bulma's birthday party, he doesn't really engage in any sort of, you know, friendly sort of banter with any of the Z fighters. He doesn't breakdance or anything like that. He just kind of stands off to the side and he's like, oh yeah, whatever, guys. You know, it's just like, he's not really as entertaining here as he is in the movie. And he doesn't even decide to spare Goku's life out of a kindness of his heart like he did in the film. Like, he just kind of falls asleep, and we sort of implies that, you know, okay, so what I'm talking about, at the end of a movie, when Goku finds out that he can't defeat Beerus decides to spare his life anyway, and spare the life of the Earth, out of just the kindness of his heart, right? Because he had already fulfilled his mission to fight with Super Saiyan God, so there was no point in destroying the Earth. Here, though, it's implied he might have. Okay, so like right as he's about to kill Goku, he like falls asleep, and Whis takes him back to Planet Beerus. And it's implied he might have pretended to be falling asleep and might have been sparing them out of just the kindness of his heart, but he might not have been. I don't know. The way they handled that was it really wasn't good. They should have just kept it so that he spared him just because he wasn't being a dick. But yeah, no. I hope I make sense to you guys. I hope I gotten that out of the way. But yeah, overall, Battle of Gods was a good arc. I think some points they were better than the movie even. Some points again, not they were, the movie did better, but overall I like it. And then we get to Resurrection F. Okay, this movie was a huge improvement from the film. Like, okay, the film had if the film ran on some really BS logic, okay, it's like that movie. Okay, here I'll give you some examples. They got rid of Frieza when Frieza resurrects in the movie. He says some bullshit line about, "Oh, why would we reach a power level of 1.3 million?" Excuse me? Why would they put that in there? Like, why would Frieza talk about reaching a power level of 1.3 million when, first off, his second form was around that power level? That's weaker than when Trunks killed him. And second, power levels are BS. Like, Toriyama completely dropped power levels at the end of a Frieza arc because he knew that they were too difficult to keep track with. They were a very sloppy way of measuring strength. They're just BS. It's not use. It's not. Excuse me. It's not worth it bringing them back, just at all. But thankfully, they got rid of that line in Super. I'm so glad they got rid of that line in Super. I'm just so glad because that line just really didn't sit well with me. Another improvement is that they increased Tagama's role and gave him a personality beyond that one guy in the film who, Frieza destroys like 10 minutes into the film. It was odd because in the movie, Taguma gets killed by Frieza because of speaking out of line, and but Toei and the film's poster like had him. Sorry, I'm sorry. He was featured on the movie's poster, which gave me and everyone the impression that he would play a much bigger role than that, rather than just getting killed off like that. But here, he does have a bigger role. Rather than kill him, Frieza tortures him and basically uses him as a punching bag for when he trains off on some distant planet to help improve himself. And the training that results, the training that Frieza puts Taguma through takes such a toll on Taguma psychologically and physically that it drives him completely like batshit crazy, right? It drives him insane. And it gets to the point where he shoots Taguma. He shoots Shisami. I can't even speak right now. I'm sorry. He shoots Shisami in the back. He kills him. Like and he has this like big like this Joker like grin on his face, and he's enjoying every minute of it. And even Sorbet is creeped out by that, but Frieza is all really proud of him and stuff like that. He's really proud of him, and he's clearly proud of the torture he put him through. And stuff like that serves as a testament not just to how Taguma could be given personality, but to just how evil Frieza was. Like, Frieza is so evil, he can take, like, this normal, everyday mook and turn him into a psychopathic killer. I'm really happy with what they did with that in Super. I'm really glad with what we did with Taguma and that, because it really reflects the psychopathic nature of Frieza's, regime. It really is, it really was an interesting twist. Also, they brought Ginyu back. They put him back in Taguma's body, and he got to do the Super Sentai poses that he did back in his old days, back in the Namek arc, and I was happy with that. I was happy until they had Vegeta kill him. And this opens up another problem, okay? They brought Ginyu back for a few episodes, only to have Vegeta kill him. And then Goku says something that I think is really, at this point, out of character for him. Goku tells Vegeta, "Wait, Vegeta, why did you do that? Why did you kill Ginyu?" I'm like, what? Like, at this point, like, I think they added that scene as a callback to the Namek arc, when Goku was all concerned about Vegeta's habit to kill people then. Like when Vegeta kills Recoome and Jace, and, excuse me, not Recoome and Burter, and Goku's like, Vegeta, why did you do that? They couldn't do anything. Why didn't you let them live? But in doing that, they're ignoring the fact that Goku is over that by now. Goku is okay with killing people by now. He helped Gohan kill Cell. He killed Majin Buu. He killed Yakan. He threatened to kill Supreme Kai. You know that scene in the World Tournament when, you know, with Majin Vegeta, when Supreme Kai stands in their way and Goku charges a Ki Blast at him. He more than likely would have killed Supreme Kai, and I think this because, you know, the Kaioshin can read minds like he did with Piccolo and Vegeta, and, you know, and it makes sense that he would do that with Goku here. But anyway, yeah. That scene, that line that Goku had about being mad at Vegeta for killing Ginyu, not good at all. He should be over that by now. So yeah, shame on you, Toei. Nah, just kidding. Anyway. But yeah, that's really one of a few drawbacks I have with this particular arc. It's really not a big deal, but just something that irked me. Oh, another thing. They explained how Goku and Vegeta got their new outfits. You know, Goku got his new training outfit that we see in the movie from Whis, and Vegeta got his from Bulma. It also explains that Whis trained Goku and Vegeta, I think, with a promise of food, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, so it's good that they gave some explanation for that, because like in the movie they didn't explain where they got the new outfits and how they got to become Whis' apprentice, and yeah, I'm glad they explained that in Super. Oh yeah, they changed that scene where Sorbet shoots Goku in the movie. He shoots him, and it somehow causes Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue form to, like, almost die. But that makes no sense in the movie, but here it does make more sense because Goku actually powered down before Sorbet shot him. So in that context, it makes more sense, since Goku actually did let his guard down, since he powered down and, you know, would be more susceptible to attacks like that. So yeah, I'm glad they changed that scene in the fucking Super. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over my words here. I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, no, that's... Oh, another improvement. Man, we just got so many improvements in this arc. I love it. But yeah, Frieza destroying the Earth was made much more impactful in here than in the movie. Because, like, when he destroys the Earth, we see the side characters. We see Mr. and Mrs. Briefs, Bulma's parents. We see Videl and Baby Pan. We see Android 18 and Marin. We see them in their day-to-day activities before the Earth just completely explodes, right? I think that makes the scene much more impactful. You know, they were just doing their normal activities for normal day-to-day things, and then bam, the Earth gets destroyed. It is kind of sad, but it also does add it is a really good layer. It adds a layer of emotion to that particular scene. Oh, okay, okay, we got a big one here. Okay. The major complaint I see about this, that irritates me as a huge Piccolo fan. I mean, okay. Everyone says that Piccolo's death was useless and it served no purpose outside of a callback to the Saiyan arc. Not true. And let me tell you why, okay? When Piccolo died, when Tagoma killed him, not Tagoma, no, Frieza, when Frieza was torturing Gohan and Piccolo intercepted the blast, it actually served a purpose. And let me tell you why. Okay, it sparked Gohan's rage. Gohan got all mad. It sparked Gohan's rage, which caused Gohan to power up. At On Planet Beerus, if you remember, Goku was trying to lock onto a key signal on Earth so that him and Vegeta could safely teleport back to Earth via instant transmission. But until Gohan's rage caused him to power up, he couldn't lock onto a key signal, and thus couldn't get there. Because of Piccolo's death, Gohan's energy allowed Goku and Vegeta to make it to Earth, thus saving the world as in the process. If Goku and Vegeta didn't arrive, Frieza would have fucked everyone over. So guess what? Yeah, Piccolo inadvertently saved the world. Bet you didn't expect that, did you? See, but yeah, I just want to get that out of the way because that really upsets me as a Piccolo fan to see him get, like, you know, hated on like that. And believe me, this series does have problems with how it treats side characters, but that is not a problem. Let me tell you, that right there, okay, that is not a problem, okay? I guarantee you that's not a problem. And I proved it to you, and now that we got that out of the way, I can move on to Universe 6. So yeah, Resurrection F, Battle of Gods, great movie arcs, great additions. Excuse me. Great movie arcs that added great additions to the movie story. And then we get to Universe 6. Universe 6 tournament was kind of a mixed bag for me, and let me explain why. First off, they marketed Majin Buu and Piccolo as having a really big role, as being 2 of the 4 fighters that would take place in the tournament, that would fight in the tournament. But Majin Buu never got to fight. Yeah, that was kind of a dick move, Toei. Dick move. We haven't seen Majin Buu kick ass in a long time. He didn't get to fight in Resurrection F, and now he doesn't get to fight in the Universe 6 tournament. Yeah, kind of a dick move. And Piccolo, oh boy. And I just got done defending him, too. Piccolo got treated like shit in this arc, let me tell you, okay? Okay. The whole fight between him and Frost. First off, okay, Piccolo lost to... Okay, if you'll explain I explained this in my episode 34 review of Dragon Ball Super, but that was just a completely bullshit fight. And then the end result was bullshit, because Frost won that fight via cheating, and that fight... And so Piccolo basically won that fight, because Frost got disqualified through cheating, right? But for some reason, Vegeta just kind of looks at him, and Piccolo seems to be thinking for a little while, and he's like, oh, you know what, never mind. I'm gonna give up this fight anyway. I'm gonna let Vegeta take care of Frost. Why? And Frost turning out to be evil, like, that made no sense either. It's just they turn him into a Frieza clone. Why would they do that? You know, it's like... But yeah, I explained this more in depth in my episode 34 review, so you can just check that out for more details. And then you have, but on a positive note, the Universe 6 fighters, you know, Champa's team, Team Champa, the fighters looked badass and goofy, especially Batamo. Hit, I liked Hit. He reminded me a lot of Cooler. Hit was somewhat, I think Hit was, I think he was his design based off Cooler? I think, I don't think so. But anyway. Mageto. Mageto. He looked cool too. I liked him, you know. Kaba, Frost, and Batamo. They were a colorful cast for sure. And let's see. Oh, the Goku versus Batamo fight. Okay, so the Goku versus Batamo fight was kind of weird because, like, Goku, like, tried to punch or hit Batamo, right? But then, like, all of the hits he tried to get in somehow got sent to another dimension. Like, the pain got sent to another dimension. The pain he tried to inflict on Batamo got sent to, like, another dimension. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like, how the fuck, like why? Like, that just had me scratch my head. Like, that was kind of a weird thing they did with that fight, but yeah. Yeah, again, Piccolo getting shafted in favor of Vegeta. Okay, I feel like they are milking Vegeta's popularity in Super like a politician milks 9/11, okay? I'm just saying around. They are milking him like the fattest cow of a dairy farm. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that move. When with having Vegeta get 2 straight wins when Piccolo didn't get 1. and Majin Buu didn't get to fight at all. It's like, come on, dude. Like, I thought the Universe 6 arc would be like more of a Goku and Vegeta show, but you know, it's like it's apparently not. But yeah. But however, Hit defeating Vegeta, that was awesome, and that was very satisfying. And the Super Saiyan Blue times Tenkaiyoken was kind of fanficky, but it was also kind of cool too. Vegeta doing the final flash against Megiddo, like that, I can dig. You know, I can dig that. I get behind that. The final flash, you know, that was cool. Also Hit, you know, pretending to lose to Monaka was funny. Like when Monaka turned out to be a really weak fighter, except for one thing. How the hell couldn't Goku tell that Monaka was weaker than he was to begin with? Like when they introduced Monaka, like Monaka was hyped up to be a really strong character despite looking very weak. Except he turned out to be a really weak character. Which, for some reason, Goku couldn't tell that he was stronger than Monaka. Goku couldn't tell how weak Monaka was, but he could tell that Recoome and Oob were weaker than he was. He can tell weak fighters when he sees them. He could tell Recoome was weaker than he was. He could tell Oob was weaker than he was. He could tell when he himself was weaker than Cell when fighting him. So why couldn't he tell that Monaka was weaker than he was? Like, another problem with the series, like, I feel like they're really dumbing down Goku's character. Like, contrary to what a lot of people say, like, Goku's not a dumbass. He's more self-aware than people think. But this series seems to be pushing that stereotype a little too hard, I think. Again, it's probably just for marketability, because that's fan perception, and, you know, the fans can get behind that and stuff like that, but, yeah. I just don't like what we're doing with Goku and Vegeta. I mean, it's not all bad, but it's just, you know, it just has some problems. But yeah, no, Champa and Beerus. One thing I like, a few other things I liked about this arc. Champa and Beerus were really funny, right? You know, seeing the two have like some sort of sibling rivalry, I guess you could call it. Seeing them bicker and stuff like that, it was really funny. It reminded me of the Buu saga when Goku and Vegeta would constantly bicker with each other. You know, it was pretty funny how they would do that. Zeno, the god, the king of like the Omniverse and stuff like that, was funny and also kind of creepy too, because like apparently this little like child thing somehow has like enough power to make even Beerus and Champa scared of him. But yeah, no, it was funny seeing Beerus like completely shit himself in front of him, but it was also kind of like, I don't know, it's like, why the fuck would the god of everything be a little kid? But, you know, it's like, it's classic Toriyama, I guess. So yeah, okay. After we get like a few slice of life episodes involving Baby Pan and Monaka and stuff like that, those episodes were alright, by the way, but you know, I don't really care much for them. We get into like this really weird like filler arc with, oh my god, Purple Semen Vegeta. I swear to God, I shit you not, like purple semen, purple gelatin, purple jelly Vegeta. It's like they tried to bring back Vegeta, evil Vegeta, and they tried to bring back the Goku versus Vegeta rivalry by having Vegeta like by cloning Vegeta via this weird purple goop called the Kami-san water or something like that. And see, what's weird with what they did with that arc was that it was actually a pretty good story by itself. Like if you watch the last couple episodes that have just came out, the last few episodes that have just came out for Dragon Ball Super, it was actually a really good backstory they gave for Kami-san. Like Kami-san was basically water, a sort of purple water, a substance that the residents of planet Patapu, however the fuck you pronounce it, of planet, you know, that one planet where Goku and Trunks went to, the residents of that planet made it for protection so that the Kami-san could absorb enemies whenever they arrived and absorb their strength and create soldiers who would be loyal to the people. However, the Kami-san later developed a will of its own, and it later absorbed like everyone and all the residents of a planet, leaving all but one to basically fend for himself. And see, having that sort of post-apocalyptic setting, it really works. Kind of like Future Trunks' backstory, where like the whole world is like fucked, right? It works. It's a really compelling plot point. But why waste that on an opportunity to give evil Vegeta a spotlight and have Goku and Vegeta do a rematch when we already had that with Majin Vegeta? We already had evil Vegeta. We had Majin Vegeta. We had Goku versus Majin Vegeta. We had the rivalry. We had the rematch. Hell, if you want to bring back an old rivalry, I say bring back Goku versus Piccolo. Piccolo never got the rematch. See, that's the thing. Goku promised Vegeta a rematch at the end of the Saiyan Saga, but he promised the same thing to Piccolo at the end of Dragon Ball, at the end of the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Why the hell would you be okay with giving two rivals a rematch that we already had, and not two rivals a rematch they never got? Why not have like the Kami-san? Okay, and don't have it be like the Kami-san. Like have Piccolo just, it doesn't even need to be like a really compelling plot. It can just be like feel like a slice of life episode. Like Piccolo just walks up to Goku one day and says, "Hey, that rematch you promised me, let's do that." It's like just bring it back. Like we've been like you don't need to bring back evil Vegeta. I swear to God, but Purple Semen Vegeta filler arc, that was stupid. Like the setup was good, the backstory and everything was all good, but the fights were just. Then you had Gotenks like not being able to do shit, and like, it was just, yeah, it was stupid. That particular filler arc was stupid. However, the series seems to be taking a turn for the better. Much better, actually. Future Trunks is returning soon, and so is apparently an evil version of Goku called Black Goku. Apparently, this is the same Future Trunks from the Cell Saga. It's kind of weird because, like, I would have figured that he would have fixed his future by now. I figured that, I figured that, and see, that's the thing though. This Future Trunks, at first I thought it was the same Trunks, the same present Trunks, the same Trunks from a present timeline, since there was Mai with him in that poster. You know that poster that showed Black Goku and Trunks and Mai? See, what place does Mai have in Future Trunks' timeline to begin with? What place does Mai have in... Wouldn't she be dead by then? But yeah, no. Okay, so Future Trunks is back. Black Goku, Evil Goku... Hang on a minute. Sorry, I just gotta move someplace. I gotta plug in my computer since it's almost out of batteries. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm kind of skeptical, but I'm really excited to see Future Trunks return. I'm excited to see what they do with Evil Goku. Well, not Evil Goku, but Black Goku. And I find it hilarious because, like, there were a lot of hardcore, like, elitist fans. They were talking about, oh, Future Trunks returning will never happen. Oh, Black Goku. No, Evil Goku will never happen. There will never be an evil version of Goku. Future Trunks returning would be a stupid idea and stuff like that. And yet, the two fan theories that were ridiculed the most were the ones that became canon. Future Trunks is back. There's an evil Goku. Granted, we already had that with Turles and, Tree of Might, but, I just find it hilarious because, like, I don't think anyone was really expecting this except for the people who were concocting these theories, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, no, I'm excited to see what they do with Future Trunks, and I'm gonna give you all an arc review of that after the arc finishes. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts and everything, and I hope it works out, and I hope they deliver. It certainly looks like they will, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. I'm sorry that I kind of stumbled over my words a lot here. I know I'm not the best at delivering, like, speeches and stuff like that. Like, not speeches, but like YouTube videos and stuff like that. I'm not the best presenter, but I hope you all enjoy this regardless. I hope to see you all soon. See you all again after the Future Trunks arc finishes. Don't forget to hit that comment, like, and subscribe button. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts. Always appreciate the discussion. And have a nice day.